Bob Terry, and thanks for joining us for another free episode here online of the Shotgun Slade, a Western television show starring Scott Brady. This is more of an adult type Western. It's a fine Western for the family, but it's a more grown-up type Western than a lot of the Westerns that were going on at the time. So you grown-ups may enjoy it a little bit more than, some of what's considered the kiddie Westerns. But the Shotgun Slade show is brought to you here free by Wild West Toys. And you can shop with Wild West Toys online at www.toyguntown.com. And remember, if you're looking for hundreds of free Western television shows here on the internet that you can watch pretty well anywhere you go, come and see us at www.westernsontheweb.com. Now here comes Shotgun Slade. Hope you enjoy it, and we'll see you after the show.
The driver says he can't wait any longer.
I distinctly told Slade to meet us here at the station. Did he get the message?
I left it right in his desk.
I could strangle him if I knew what he looked like. Well, let's go.
My head felt as though there were a trip hammer inside, having a big day for itself. Someone tricked me for fair. Knockout drops. Someone who made sure I wouldn't keep my appointment to go out on the afternoon stage. If there's anything I hate, it's being played for a fool. Especially by someone I didn't even know. As a matter of fact, by anybody. I guess wrecking my office was another means of delaying my trip from Denver to Deadwood.
I spied a poor cowboy wrapped up in white linen, wrapped up in white linen, as cold as the
Monica, the stage is ahead of schedule. It's due in any minute.
No.
Jenny Dupree will throw a fit if there's not a crowd around to greet her. Say, could you get over to the depot and see what you could do?
Why me?
Well, she'll appreciate having a woman meet her.
All right. But from what I've heard, she'd prefer a man. Any man. You clumsy oaf, you're stepping on my skirt.
I'm sorry, Jenny.
So where is everybody? Or is this the sort of reception one gets in Deadwood?
Your stage arrived ahead of schedule, Mr. Prey. There wasn't time to change the plans for your welcome. I'm Monica Bristol. Mr. Kruger asked me to meet you and help out in any way I can.
And who is Mr. Kruger?
Ward Kruger, the owner of the Gay Lady, where you're going to sing tonight.
If I sing tonight. From the looks of this town, I may not care to. Well, don't just stand there. Get my things off to the hotel. And make sure that my accommodations are acceptable. My dear, I would very much like something hot to drink, if that isn't expecting too much in this barbarous community.
Of course, Madame Dupre. The famous Delmonico himself has opened a branch of his New York restaurant here. It's called the Bean Bucket. After you.
Your bags have already been put in your room, Mr. Prey. I hope you won't find the accommodations too utterly uncivilized.
Only the people, my dear.
You know, everyone in Deadwood is looking forward to your performance tonight. We have no zoo here.
Obviously, or you would be running around loose. I'll call you if I need you. You must understand my desire to be alone. Looking at you has given me such a dreadful headache. Thank you.
you please tell me which room Miss Jenny Dupre is staying in? Who are you? Oh, name's Slade, Marshal.
How long you been at Deadwood?
Why?
I ask the questions around here. What's your interest in Jenny Dupre?
I think that's a matter between me and Miss Dupre, don't you?
Oh, is that so?
Yes, that's so. Room 214, thanks. I'll announce myself.
Miss Dupre is not seeing anyone.
Would you like to bet?
Now, look here. You give me trouble, and I'll throw you in jail.
Just a minute, Marshal. Miss Dupre has a great many male admirers. It's quite possible that Mr. Slade is one of them. Are you by any chance,
A friend of hers? No, I'm here on business. And if Miss Dupre has any objections to seeing me, I'll let her tell me.
Hold it.
Hold it, Marshal. Never mess around with a six-gun like that, Marshal. If you got any cause to make an arrest, speak up and say what's on your mind. If I agree with you, I'll go along peaceably. Here. Now, just what's eating you anyway?
somebody tried to kill Miss Dupre a half hour ago.
She hurt?
The bullet barely missed her.
You can't go in there. I'll have you jailed for resisting arrest.
If somebody tried to kill Miss Dupre, why aren't you out looking for him? Open up at Slade. Well, Monica.
Hello, Slade. Small world, isn't it?
Yeah, I didn't know you were here in Deadwood.
Of course you didn't. Let's see. The last time we saw each other was in Cheyenne, wasn't it? Or was it Denver? You do get around so much.
Well, this is just great. You have no idea how surprised I am.
I'll just bet you are. Come in, won't you? Madame Dupre has been simply beside herself, waiting for you to show up. Oh, it's all right, Marshal. Mr. Slade is an old acquaintance of mine.
Miss Dupre?
Mr. Slade, you were supposed to leave with me when I left Denver. What happened?
Well, someone went to a lot of trouble to make sure I didn't meet you.
I don't like excuses. Well, I'm beginning to feel better already. Oh, thank you very much for staying with me, my dear, but you can leave now. Mr. Slade and I have business matters to discuss.
I'll look you up later, Monica.
Yes, you do that. Isn't it a shame
Isn't what a shame.
that there aren't better shots in this world? You don't look like a private investigator.
Well, what's one supposed to look like?
Oh, I don't know. I sort of imagined a fierce-looking, scowling little man hiding behind bushels of false whiskers, disposed to ask interminable questions.
Well, I'm sorry about the whiskers, but I do have to ask the questions. You know, I think it'd be a lot better if you sat up.
Well, it began 6 weeks ago. I had an engagement to sing in St. Louis. When I got to my hotel, there were 6 red roses in a vase in my room.
Go on.
There was a note. It said, oh, how can you possibly believe me? It sounds so melodramatic.
What did the note say?
It said, to Jenny, 6 roses, 6 weeks to live. And it was signed, your ultimate admirer.
Is that all?
The next week I was in Chicago, briefly on a return engagement. And this time there were 5 roses.
And the note?
It simply said, 5 weeks left, Jenny. And it was signed the same way.
The ultimate admirer.
Whose name is Death. Well, the week after, there were 4 roses, and then there were 3.
You telegraphed me from Big Springs, didn't you?
That was a week ago. It was down to 2 roses then. And then when I came here, there was that single rose.
A note with it?
No note this time. But a hand holding a gun at that window. Somebody tried to kill me.
Now, I doubt that. Much too close range for anyone to miss. My guess is you just have a jealous lover that's trying to even the score by scaring. Have you any idea who?
Who is it?
Me, Jenny.
It's Eddie Howard, my accompanist.
You'd better have a talk with him.
What would he know?
How is she feeling?
Rotten. I suggest if you two want to talk, you do it elsewhere.
Jenny, Cal Breckenridge is in Deadwood.
Cal? Where did you see him?
Over at the theater. I was talking to Mr. Kruger about tonight's performance.
Who's Cal Breckenridge?
It couldn't be Cal.
Do you mind letting me in on this?
Cal Breckenridge was an admirer of mine once. And when our relationship changed, he took it very hard.
He's been following Jenny for a long time.
I think you better have a little talk with Mr. Breckenridge.
Be careful, Mr. Slade. Cal can be a very dangerous man.
So I don't know what's worse, a dangerous man or a dangerous woman.
Oh, I should like to marry if I could ever find a really handsome fellow suited to my mind. I'd like him to be dashing, I'd like him to be gay, the leader of the fashion, the dandy of his day. Oh, I should like to marry if I could ever find a really handsome fellow suited to my mind.
You're the detective named Slade, right?
That's right.
My name's Kruger. I own this place. I don't want any trouble.
You expecting Jenny Dupre to sing here tonight?
Well, that's what I'm paying her for.
You better help me try to find out who's trying to kill her.
Nobody's trying to kill Jenny Dupre, Slade. I'm surprised that you think so.
She hired me to think so.
She hired you for publicity. Smart woman, Jenny. Staging that little scene at the hotel, we'll pack this hall tonight.
Ha. Don't tell me you could tear yourself away from Madame Dupre.
I want to talk with you, Monica. Alone.
How does it feel to be in love with a big-time singer?
I'm here on business, Monica. You know perfectly well why Jenny Dupre sent for me.
How could I miss? She's written it in lipstick all over the front of your shirt.
She was upset, crying. I had to comfort her.
Oh, sure. Well, I have to hand it to you, Slade. You certainly give your clients their money's worth.
Now, listen, Monica. There's been a man seen around here by the name of Breckenridge. You know who he is?
Uh-huh.
Well, is he here now?
Yep,
Can you point him out to me?
I can. But the question is, should I? He's a gambler and a gunman, Slade. You better stay away from him. He's over there.
Thank you, honey. Your name Breckenridge?
Who wants to know? Slade, private and confidential investigations. I have a strong aversion to detectives, Slade. I suggest you go someplace else.
I want to know why you've been following Jenny Dupre.
You heard me, mister. Get out.
Have you ever been dealt a dead man's hand? Hmm?
Maybe you'd like to deal me one.
Aces and eights.
I heard about the attempt on Jenny's life. I had nothing to do with it.
How long since she gave you the gate?
And that has nothing to do with it either. If I'd wanted to kill Jenny, I'd have done it a long time ago, when I was still hurting. Now I feel nothing.
And why have you been following her?
Wherever Jenny goes, you'll find people. People and money. Separating the one from the other is my business.
Jenny Dupre was married once, wasn't she?
A man named Farron. Frank Farron. She left him about 4 years ago. That's when I came into the picture. Briefly.
Where would this Frank Farron be now?
I wouldn't know. You'd have to ask Jenny. Or Eddie Howard. I never met the man myself.
Where did Eddie Howard come from?
As far as I know, he's always been around. He used to be a famous concert pianist. She treats him like dirt.
You want me for something more?
Having that detective around is bad for business. Get him out of here.
He isn't doing anything I can arrest him for.
He will, just wait. I'll pick a fight with him, and that'll give you an excuse to throw him out.
Don't be surprised if I don't buy all your story. I've got a hunch we'll be talking again soon. All right, break it up here.
Well, where in Sam Hill were you, Marshal?
You're under arrest for disturbing the peace.
Oh, Mr. Kruger started the fight. Mr. Slade was minding his own business.
That's right, Marshal.
What'll I do? Why don't you try arresting Mr. Kruger? I couldn't do that.
Of course not. He'd cut off your free beers.
Why did you jump me anyway?
I guess I made a mistake.
Guess maybe you did.
And you're fired.
It's too late. I just quit.
Jenny.
So this is what Deadwood calls a theater. It's nothing more than a common saloon. Where's the proprietor? I must have everyone out of here at once before I can rehearse. Eddie, go find Kruger, what's his name? Tell him I want everyone to leave immediately because I am not giving any free performances. Frank.
Hello, Jenny.
What are you doing here?
I own the gay lady. I had to see you again, Jenny.
Slade?
Run along, darling. She might want to be comforted again.
I didn't mean for it to happen like this. I was going to wait until after the performance, and then...
And then what?
I still love you, Jenny.
Slade, I want to go back to my hotel.
Jenny, I didn't know that Ward Kruger was Frank Farron until I saw him today. I didn't know how to tell you.
You keep out of my sight. I should have become suspicious when he offered me so much money to come to Deadwood, twice what I normally get. Slade, I divorced Frank because I was afraid of him.
You think he's responsible for sending you those notes?
I accepted the Deadwood engagement 6 weeks ago. He knew I was coming here then.
Yeah, he could have hired someone to send you those roses. What about Eddie Howard?
What about him?
Well, I heard he was a famous concert pianist.
Was is right. Eddie's a has-been. He's lucky I keep him busy.
Well, young lady, my advice to you is to get the first stage out of Deadwood in the morning.
Ooh, you underestimate yourself, Mr. Slade. With you around to protect me, I have no reason to leave now. Besides, Jenny Dupre has never walked out in a performance yet. Who's Monica?
An acquaintance of mine. Why?
You were thinking of her.
Matter of fact, I was.
Miss Dupre has just entered the theater and is in her dressing room. The performance will start very shortly.
Who is it?
Slade.
Get out. Get out!
Please, Jenny. I've got to talk to you.
We have nothing to talk about. Now, you get out of here.
No, Jenny. I've waited too long for this.
You get out or I'll scream.
Don't scream. You've got to give me a chance.
A chance to what? To kill me?
No, Jenny. To tell you that I still love you. I stand, please. Didn't you read my note?
From your ultimatum.
I couldn't stand it anymore. I loved her, and she laughed. I gave up a career for her, and she treated me like a servant, like a dog. I've dreamed for a long time of killing her. I knew who Kruger was. I wanted to make it look like he'd killed her. I put the card in the flowers that he'd given her.
Then you must be the one who slipped me that Mickey and messed up my office.
I just wanted to put you off the track.
Take him, Marshal.
Come along, Mr. Howard.
I better go and tell him now. There'll be no show tonight.
No, wait. Monica, would you help me? It's Monica that they want to hear sing anyway.
There will be a short delay. Miss Jenny Dupre will still appear here tonight, but by special request, we will first hear from our own songbird, Monica Bristol.
As I walked out in the streets of Laredo, as I walked out in Laredo one day, I spied a poor cowboy wrapped up in white linen, wrapped up in white linen, as cold as the grave. Shotgun Slade of the two-barreled gun, you're afraid that someday you'll be won by a woman, a dreaming woman, scheming woman, maybe someone like me. Better run, Shotgun Slade, I'm the one. Shotgun Slade, Shotgun Slade, Shotgun Slade.
really hope you enjoyed the Shotgun Slade Western television show. Brought to you here on the internet by Wild West Toys, ToyGunTown.com website, and by Westerns on the web. Come on by and see us. Shop with us at Toy Gun Town, but come on by and see us at WesternsOnTheWeb.com. Hundreds of free Western television shows and movies. I'm Bob Terry. We hope to see you again on Down the Trail. Y'all have a great day. Howdy, I'm Bob Terry, and thanks for joining us for another free episode here online of the Shotgun Slade Western television show starring Scott Brady. This is more of an adult type Western. It's a fine Western for the family, but it's a more grown-up type Western than a lot of the Westerns that were going on at the time. So you grown-ups may enjoy it a little bit more than, some of what's considered the kiddie Westerns. But the Shotgun Slade show is brought to you here free by Wild West Toys. And you can shop with Wild West Toys online at www.toyguntown.com. And remember, if you're looking for hundreds of free Western television shows here on the internet that you can watch pretty well anywhere you go, come and see us at www.westernsontheweb.com. Now here comes Shotgun Slade. Hope you enjoy it. And we'll see you after the show.
Here's our chance.
A little bit big, but they'll fit you.
What about you?
We get out of these stripes and find another horse.
A couple hours or across the state line.
No, we're going back after our money.
Hey, Mister. Well, you're at least alive. Better get up.
Hey, boy, take it easy, will you?
What happened?
A couple of men jumping.
Must have been those convicts. Broke jail at Tuscaro. There's a posse up the road looking for them.
And not the only ones that are looking for them.
Here's a slicker you can cover up with.
Thanks very much. Oh, howdy.
Say, maybe you better ride up topside.
Not in this outfit. Put your mind at ease, miss.
I'll explain. See,
No need to. I overheard you and the driver. Imagine you'll get tired of explaining before the day's over.
Well, thanks. You're very understanding. You know, most women would act, well, like a schoolgirl in a case like this.
It's been a number of years since I've been in school.
My name's Slade.
Kate Shelby.
Nice to meet you. This, your first trip west?
Yes?
You headed for Tescado?
Yes.
You're just passing through, huh?
No, I'm staying. But I'll be busy, Mr. Slade.
I was on my way to Tescado. The bank there had been held up a month ago. 2 bandits have been captured, but $75,000 was missing. The Bankers Association had hired me to get it back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And would you put the bag in my room, please? I'll be right back.
Of course.
Which way is the sheriff's office?
Just across the street. Are you looking for Sheriff Thompson?
Yes, I am.
Ma'am, I hope you're no relative. The sheriff was killed in the bank holdup last month.
Is there a deputy?
Oh, he's out with a posse now, though. The 2 men that robbed the bank was caught, but broke jail this morning.
See.
Something I can do for you, mister?
Oh, yes. My name's Slade. You have any mail for me?
Slade?
It's from the Bankers Association.
No, nothing. Mail's slow nowadays.
Excuse me. Which way is the cemetery?
Just east of town, ma'am. That young lady is sure full of questions.
Yeah. Well, so am I. Where's the general store?
Down the street.
Thanks.
Do you think that's a proper way to walk around in public?
Of course not, ma'am. You see, that's why I'm here. As you can see, I need a little clothes.
Well, pick out what you like.
Thanks, ma'am. Just one thing. I won't be able to pay you for a day or so.
I don't give credit to every fiddlefoot that hits town.
Oh, I understand that, but, well, ma'am, my name is Slade. See, I'm a detective, and...
A detective?
That's right.
And somebody stole your clothes?
Yes, well, you see... Look, ma'am, I need some clothes, and I won't be able to pay you today or perhaps even tomorrow, but I will pay you.
A detective? Oh, not on your life. Out. Out. Go on, out.
He'd wear the largest size. We don't sell very many of them anyway.
Now, Susan, you go right on to the back room. Go on.
Mr. Slade, I trust you.
Well, thank you, Susan.
Susan, Mr. Slade, I must ask you to leave.
Now, look, ma'am, I promised to give that stage driver his slicker back. Now, either you sell me some of these clothes, or do I take this slicker off right here?
That's blackmail.
That's right.
Susan, get him an outfit. I don't like that look in your eye.
Well, she's a mighty pretty girl,
Mrs. Bennett. I'm widowed but watchful, and don't you forget that.
Oh, no, Mrs. Bennett. You know, mothering a prairie flower like little Susan here must be an awfully big responsibility.
Change in the back room.
Thank you, Susan.
Susan! Where do you think you're going?
It's his hat.
Mr. Slade?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, Dr. Brighton.
Good afternoon, Mrs. Bennett.
Good afternoon. Susan, get the flowers for the doctor. We keep them fresh for you. Oh, yes, Susan picks them for you herself.
Thank
you. Oh, Doctor, don't you think that Susan is becoming quite a young woman?
Yes.
Oh, of course. We were both so saddened by your wife's death. She was such a fine person. Susan reminds me of her in so many ways.
Yes. Thank you, Mrs. Bennett. Good afternoon.
Goodbye, Doctor. Now, that's the kind of man you should be interested in, instead of some drifter like that in the back room. Now, he hasn't missed a day at his wife's grave since she died. But, honey, a man like that is not going to stay a widower forever.
Well,
Oh!
Mrs. Bennett, while we're at it, could you let me have a gun and a holster?
I do not carry firearms.
Well, I'd sure be a bad risk without one.
Well, you're a bad risk anyway.
I certainly don't intend to prove such a generous lady wrong. You'll get your money. Ladies, it's certainly been a privilege and a pleasure. Mrs. Bennett?
Goodbye, Mr. Slade.
Bye, Susan. Mrs. Bennett?
Oh, Susan.
Oh, Ma.
Miss Shelby.
Is the deputy sheriff back yet?
Not that I know of.
I'd like to write a note for him. Would you deliver it? It's very urgent.
Why, of course.
Thank you.
Mr. Slade?
Hello.
Well, Miss Shelby. Any mail yet? Not yet. But don't fret. Next mail's tomorrow. And I'll carry you.
Well, it's nice to know that somebody thinks I've got an honest face.
I didn't say that. But the deputy sheriff's a good friend of mine. If you try to run out, he'll put you on the road gang to work off the bill.
Thanks a lot.
Will you deliver this right away?
Yes, I will. And I put your things in room 6. It ought to be real comfy. It's the best room we've got. I knocked off some on the price.
Thank you.
Two bandits. The ones that had jumped me. could have returned the compliment, got my horse, gun, and clothes back. But there was $75,000 missing, and they could lead me to it.
Who is it?
Kate, I saw you come in the hotel. When'd you get in town?
Just a short while ago.
Why didn't you let me know you were coming? And why are you staying here?
Didn't want to impose.
Kate, you're my sister-in-law. Now, you'll stay at my house.
No.
What?
I mean, I've already paid a week in advance.
Is something wrong, Kate?
No.
You seem distant, cold.
No.
Florence's death. It's hit us both pretty hard.
Yes.
That's why I didn't write. I didn't want to upset you. I kept hoping up until the last minute that she'd pull through. She was ill for so many months.
She was never sick a day in her life.
I'm not sure what you mean.
Nothing.
No, now, let's be honest with each other. If something's troubling you. After all, she was my wife. If anything, I loved her more than you did. I stood by her bedside night after night for months, watching her go helpless.
Please leave.
Leave?
Get out.
Everyone in town will tell you I did everything I could.
To kill her. She was terrified of you.
Is that what you think? That's why you came here, huh? All right, if you're serious, I'll take you to the law myself. I think I can depend on the people in this town to believe me. I'd forget about this, Kate. You'll do yourself nothing but harm. Nobody will believe anything as wild as that. They'll think you're out of your mind.
Me out of my mind. I have proof of what kind of a monster you are. When the people of this town find out about you, there will be a one that will want to kill you.
Proof? What kind of proof? So, Florence wrote you.
Destroyed her other letters.
She was in no condition to write.
It's all there. She knew when she tried to stop you.
I had no idea she was as ill as this. Nobody's going to believe these ravings.
Ravings. A bank holdup that you planned, that other men carried out for you.
I think this is better destroyed. And I think it's better if you don't make these accusations in town.
Forget about us, Doc?
I figured you'd show up.
Thought they had us tucked away, didn't you?
Come inside.
Where's our cut?
No one's holding out on you. I couldn't deliver it behind bars, could I?
We're not behind bars now, so where is it?
It's not here, I'll tell you that much.
You know, Doc, I don't believe you. Open it.
Go ahead. There's $28 in there and some medical records. Help yourself.
Where's the loot?
It's in a good place. I can get it anytime.
Let's get it now.
No.
We got nothing to lose.
Go ahead, be stupid. If you hadn't been so trigger-happy, you'd never have gotten caught in the first place. You kill me now and you'll never get that money. I'll give you your half, but you're going to do something for me first. There's a woman in the hotel. She's tied and gagged. My sister-in-law. My wife wrote her about our deal. She knows enough about me to hang me.
What do you want us to do?
Get her out of there. We'll take her out in the country and get rid of her. You can ride south across the border and live like kings. She's in room 6.
Let's go. Sorry, Sam.
Room 6? Oh, but that's Miss Shelby's room.
I know, and she's in big trouble.
But wait a minute, you can't do that.
Look, if that deputy's back, get him over here quick.
What?
Now!
Dr. Burton.
I know. Just take it easy.
Doctor.
I know. Just relax.
Dr. Brighton, try to...
Let's get out of here. No, out the back. Wait.
What's the matter? What is it?
It's Dr. Brighton and a couple of his playmates. Hurry up. Look, quick, duck in behind that cabinet. Keep quiet.
Wait a minute. Who are you? Why are you doing all this?
I'm here about that holdup. Now, come on.
Oh, I don't care about that. Dr. Brighton killed my sister.
Yeah. He did put on a pretty good show of sympathy. Flowers on the grave every day.
But I tell you, he killed her.
Tell me later, will you? I gotta get you out of here. Listen, you go down to the sheriff's office. I'm gonna see our friend Dr. Brighton.
He ain't back.
All right, here. You cover that man upstairs. Tell him what happened. I rushed back to the doctor's office. It was obvious he had left. If my hunch was right, there was only one place he could have headed for. Well, Dr. Brighton, supposing you and I pay a little visit to the deputy sheriff.
Who are you?
A detective.
What do you want me for?
Oh, not much. Just a few items. Like your wife's murder, the killing of the sheriff, the bank robbery, and the attempted murder of Kate Shelby by your 2 gunmen.
You'll have to prove I had anything to do with those things.
We've got the 2 gunmen. One of them will talk.
Well, what if he does? It'll just be his word against mine.
You know, maybe you're right, Brighton. So you better start digging. The money you buried there should prove it all. Yes, you checked on it every day, didn't you? Start digging.
that letter you've been expecting.
Thank you.
What a night.
Has Miss Shelby been around?
The deputy's back, and she's down giving him a statement. He says he wants to talk to you, too.
Good, I'll get over there right away.
Hello, Mr. Slade.
Well, Susan, what a pleasant surprise.
Ma found out about Dr. Brighton. She says she's given up picking out men for me. I can pick them out for myself now, Mr. Slade.
Now, that's the nicest news I've heard all day. And you can call me Slade. Oh, Sam. Better tell that deputy that I'll find time for him later.
Hope you enjoyed the Shotgun Slade Western television show. Brought to you here on the internet by Wild West Toys, ToyGunTown.com website, and by Westerns on the web. Come on by and see us. Shop with us at Toy Gun Town, but come on by and see us at WesternsOnTheWeb.com. Hundreds of free Western television shows and movies. I'm Bob Terry. We hope to see you again on down the trail. Y'all have a great day.